Welcome back to my channel. This is Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. Welcome to part one of the quick multi-stitch mystery crochet along. This one is going to be a quick one, but super duper fun. You're going to learn a few different stitch techniques as you go through this pattern. We're going to use some Christmas colors because I believe that will be the best way to display this pattern. I recommend either red and white or the Christmas green and white of some sort. You could pick other colors as well, but I think those ones will work the best. I'm also using a 4mm crochet hook. Quick reminder that you can get the free written pattern on my website. There is a link down below in the description. You will scroll all the way down where it says part one, and that's where you're going to find all the information that is written out, plus the pictures and graphs that you need for this part. But if you prefer the ad-free version, you can totally join the Crochet Club, my membership, that gets you access to over 400 ad-free and printer-friendly patterns. All the patterns available on my website as well as the mystery crochet along are included. You also get access to a lot of exclusive patterns as well as video tutorials and new patterns and videos every single week. Now let's get started with the pattern. You're first going to need the red yarn. Whatever color that is, either red, green, of some sort, that is going to be your main color. So you're going to have a main color and you're going to have an accent color. So we're going to start with red as the main color. Start with a magic ring. I like to put my ring finger into the ring to make sure everything stays where it's supposed to stay. Chain 1. Now add 6 single crochet stitches to the ring. Then close the ring. I like to use my yarn end as a stitch marker as we're going to do continuous rounds. Feel free to use an actual stitch marker. Now we're going to go into the first stitch. We're going to start with 2 single crochet stitches per stitch. You're going to do this all the way around. At the end of the round, you should have 12 single crochet stitches. Now move up your stitch marker. And in the first stitch, now you're going to crochet 1 single crochet. And in the next stitch, you're going to crochet 2 single crochets. Now you repeat that. 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets. And do this all the way around until the end. You're going to end up with 18 single crochet stitches in this round. Move up your stitch marker, and then in the next round, you're going to crochet 1 single crochet, then 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets. Now you're going to repeat that 1, 1, and then 2 single crochets all the way around. You're going to end up with 24 stitches at the end of the round. Now move up your stitch marker, then 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then an increase, so 2 single crochets. Now repeat that 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, then an increase all the way around. You will end up with 30 stitches at the end of the round. Now move up your stitch marker. Now you're going to crochet 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches and then an increase, so 2 stitches in the following stitch. And go ahead and do that all the way around. You will end up with 36 stitches at the end of the round. Let's do one more round of increases. So move up your stitch marker and now crochet 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches and then an increase, so 2 single crochets in the following stitch. Then you do that all the way around and you will end up with 42 stitches in this round. You can now drop your stitch marker. You will now make an invisible slip stitch. You're going to pull out your loop. You're going to then take your hook and push it from the back to the front. You're going to put your loop around it and pull it back. Now we have a smooth transition, and now we go in non-continuous rounds. In the next round, you're going to crochet 1 single crochet in each stitch, but you're only going through the back loop. So ignore the front loop, just go in the back loop and go ahead and go all the way around. There's no increases, just going in the back loop and crocheting single crochet stitches. You're now going to do the invisible slip stitch again. So just pull your loop back with your hook and make your loop a little bit bigger as we're going to drop our yarn now. We're now going to start our very first technique, which is the mosaic crochet technique. And in fact, I'm actually going to teach you how to crochet this technique reversible. So it's not just a simple mosaic crochet, but it's also reversible. Now you don't have to do it reversible, but I'm going to show you how to do it using overlay mosaic crochet. You're now going to make a slip knot on your white yarn, and you're going to insert your hook with the slip knot on your hook into the very first stitch, and you're going to make a single crochet in the back loop only. So I only went through the back loop, not the front loop. We're ignoring the front loop here. For all single crochet stitches, we're going to ignore the front loop. Now we're going to crochet one full round in just white, going in the back loop only, one single crochet per stitch. Now go ahead and do an invisible slip stitch again and pull your loop up and drop your yarn. Now let me explain to you the mosaic crochet graph. All right, now we're going right into the actual mosaic crochet, okay? So I have this graph here. You have it on my website as well as in the Crochet Club for the ad-free version. You have to focus on two things here only, really. You have spaces that have no X, and then you have spaces with X's. So all you got to do is know that the ones that are blank, those are single crochets in the back loop only, and the ones with an X are the ones that are the mosaic double crochets in the front loop 2 rows down. So mosaic double crochet just means it's a double crochet in a front loop 2 rows down, okay, into the same color, okay? So the next thing you need to know, you're going to switch between colors every row. So this row right here is in red. Then we have this in white, this in red, white, red, white, and so forth. So we already did round 1 and 2 just now, because we didn't have any X's going on, okay? So all you had to do, because you can see here all the blank spaces, no matter which color you see there, it doesn't matter what color you see, okay? If you see a blank space or a blank pixel, you're going to crochet a single crochet in the back loop only. So you can see that this entire row, there's no X's here, so you did everything in red in a single crochet in the back loop only. Then the next row, which is the even number, so row 2 is white, you have no X's there as well, and you just crocheted single crochets in the back loop only. So now we're going to our first X's, okay? So round 3 has an X here, here, and here. So that means we're going to crochet a double crochet down to row 1 into the leftover front loop. So remember, we want only into the back loop only. So there's a front loop left over. We're going to crochet a double crochet into it. That's it. Then you're going to move on, and you're going to have a blank space, which again is a single crochet in a back loop only. Then we have the X here. We're going to go down 2 rows, which is into the red row, and we're going to crochet a double crochet in the front loop, okay? And then we'll have here a white space, but that doesn't matter because it's blank, and blank simply means a single crochet in the back loop only. Then again, an X goes down, double crochet, and a blank space again, which is single crochet in a back loop only. Remember that we have 42 stitches in a row, but you see only 6 here, which means you're going to repeat this 7 times, okay, in a round. So I'm only showing you 6 stitches because it's the same repetition all the way around. So let's do round 3 together right now. So we have X, no X, X, no X, X, no X. So it's pretty much back and forth. So you have a double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, and so forth. So let's do that together. And obviously that's done in red. So as I said, we dropped our white. Now we're going through the back loop only. We're going to pick up our red loop, pull it through, and adjust it. Move your white to the side so nothing is going to get tangled. For double crochets, I like to make a chain of 1 just to have it there, but it's not counted as a stitch or anything. Yarn over, insert the hook through the loop that is the front loop 2 rows down of that same stitch. Just go 2 rows down, yarn over and pull through, and now finish it up like a double crochet. Your very first stitch is done. This is a mosaic double crochet. Now obviously you're going to ignore that stitch behind it, okay? So we're going into the next stitch now and crocheting a single crochet in the back loop only. And now we're going to repeat that. So yarn over, insert your hook into the loop that is 2 rows down into that front loop, and finish it up like a double crochet. Now again, single crochet in the back loop only. Next one is a double crochet 2 rows down. Now go ahead and repeat that all the way around. Once you're done, pull out your loop, and just like before, you're going to do an invisible slip stitch. So insert your hook through that top double crochet loop and simply pull it back. Make sure your loop is big enough so you're not going to lose it. And now we're going to switch to white. So let's talk about the white row really quick. So we did this one, and this one, okay? So feel free to check it off if you like. So for the white row, again, we ignore all the colors that we see here. We're just going to focus on whether the space is blank or whether it has an X in it. So right here we have a blank, 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 an X, blank, and blank. Okay, so that means single crochet in a back loop only 1, 2, 3 times. Then you have a double crochet down 2 rows to the white row, and then you have a single crochet and a single crochet in a back loop only. So that's what you would do if you just do the overlay mosaic crochet. Now if you're doing a reversible version as well, you have to focus on the previous row at the same time. It's not too tricky, but you do have to kind of think about it. Okay, so let me repeat real quick. If you don't want to do reversible, all you're doing right now is a single crochet 3 times in a row, a double crochet down 2 rows to the white in the front loop, and 2 single crochets again, and then repeat that 7 times around. If you're doing the reversible way, let me show you how to do that. So very first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull your white through. I always go through the back loop only, then adjust your white so you're ready to go. All right, so let me first show you the version that is just overlay or mosaic crochet, no reversibility or anything. So what you're going to do is you're simply going to crochet 3 single crochets in the back loop only, and then you're going to do a double crochet down 2 rows, and then 2 more single crochets in the back loop only, and now you're going to repeat that all the way around. That is the non-reversible way. If you want to do the reversible way, here's what you're going to do. You're going to insert your hook into the very first stitch, and remember we're always going in the back loop only, so I'm going to stop saying back loop only. Okay, so we're going to pull our yarn through like so. And we know we need to do a single crochet here. However, we also have a little loop back here that we left over, right? So if you turn around your project and you know exactly where your double crochets were, remember we skipped the stitch behind it? It's right here, right? So here's one, here's one. It's pretty much where there's not that V, okay? So you can see there's a leftover stitch right behind it because we covered it up with the double crochet, right? Wherever you covered it up, there's a stitch right behind here. Can you see it? So there's that V right behind here. It's kind of laying flat now, and I pulled my yarn here now so you can kind of see it. But right here is another one, right? So right there. So in order to make it reversible, you're going to do a single crochet right on top. It's typically you don't have another double crochet right on top, so it's very easy to remember actually. So you're going to insert your hook and you pretend to make a single crochet right here, but once you have your 2 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over, you're going to insert your hook through one of the leftover loops, so I'll just go through the back loop there, yarn over and pull through, and now you're going to make a double crochet ignoring the very first loops right here. So yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and now we're going to go through all 3 loops. So you made a single crochet in the front, but you made a double crochet in the back. That way it makes a reversible. I'm going to do it one more time in a slow version. The next stitch is just a single crochet in the back loop only. There was no double crochet right here, so nothing's going to happen here, okay? So all we're going to do is a single crochet right here. Done. Okay. The next one we see here, there was a double crochet in the previous row. So that means we know there are some loops behind here. We have to make a single crochet on top. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to insert our hook, yarn over and pull through. We have 2 loops on our hook. Okay, that is through the back loop only. Now yarn over, turn your project slightly, find that back loop there of that leftover stitch, right, or that covered up stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Now yarn over and pull through 2, and now yarn over and pull through 3. So it looks like a single crochet from the front, but a double crochet in the back. So now you can kind of see what we're doing. We're actually doing row 4 in the front, but we're doing row 3 in the new color, which is white, in the back. So we're actually repeating kind of the previous row. So that's what we're doing, right, in order to make it reversible. So let's do this again, right? So we have here now a double crochet. There was no double crochet below it, so we have a double crochet in white. So that's what we're just going to do. There's nothing there else to do, like so. And then we have a single crochet here. Again, there was a double crochet below. So you see that the ones you need to focus on in terms of making it reversible is where you see a single crochet above an X, a double crochet. That's when you make it reversible. Okay, so that means right here you can see there's a double crochet. So we're going to insert a hook, make a single crochet, well, unfinished one. Now you're going to yarn over, you turn your project slightly, you look for that loop right there. Okay, yarn over and pull through. Now yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 3. Okay, then now we're going to keep going. We have a single crochet right here. So we're just going to do a single crochet. And now we have to start over from the beginning. Okay, so what we just did, you're going to have to repeat one more time. Once you can get the hang of this, this is actually fairly straightforward. Now I'm going to finish this round all the way around, and then we're going to do red, and I'll show you how to do that one. All right, once you're done with this round, it's going to look like this. So you can see in the front, we only have a few double crochets. Most of it is single crochets, but if you turn it around or you look on the inside, you can see how we caught up with all those double crochets in the back, which is a replication of the previous round, but with the other color on the inside. Okay, so that is how it's going to look like if you're doing the reversible way. Now I'm going to show you one more round just that you get the hang of it, and then you're going to continue on your own. So let's do it. So we're going to pick up our red now. I finished it up with an invisible slip stitch. I'm going through the back loop right here and pull my yarn through. And now let's talk about the graph. So let's talk about the graph. What do we actually have to do? So we just finished white, so now we're going to do red. Red starts with an X, and the rest of it is simply single crochets in the back loop only. Okay, however, what did we just learn? If we're going to do reversible, you have to look at the previous round. So there was one X right here in the previous round. So whenever you see that, you're going to do that single crochet, double crochet combo in the back. Okay, so I'm going to show you again how to do that. So we're going to start with a regular double crochet in the front loop, then 2 regular single crochets in the back loop, and then we do that combination, then single crochet in the back loop only. Again, if you don't do the reversible way, you're just going to do double crochet in the front loop and then single crochet in the back loop only. I simply going to start with a chain of 1 just because we're doing a double crochet and we're going down, so I just want to make sure it looks clean. So we're going to do a double crochet down into that front loop of the double crochet from 2 rows down. So just insert your hook and finish up like a double crochet, and you're done with that. Now the next 2 stitches are regular single crochets in a back loop only, so that's what we're going to do. There was no double crochet here the row before, so just did that. Now we see that there's a double crochet right here, okay, but we need to do a single crochet on top, so we're doing that combination again. So we insert our hook, we yarn over, so we have 2 loops on a hook, then we yarn over, we tilt it a little bit so we can look where that loop is, right there. It's that single crochet that we covered up with the double crochet right there, right? So yarn over, pull through, you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 3. Okay, now we have 2 more regular single crochets because there was no double crochet done in white right here. And now we're going to repeat that. So we have a double crochet down 2 rows in red. Then we have the 2 regular single crochets. And then here's that double crochet again. We need to do a single crochet on top, so we're doing that combination again. So yarn over and pull through, yarn over, then tilt slightly, find that loop, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 3, and then continue. So we have 2 more single crochets, regular, in the back loop only. And now you're going to continue that all the way around. And then you're going to continue this entire process until you have 13 rounds done. And then you have to do 1 more round right here in white, which is not listed because you do have to do a catch up, okay? And the catch up is pretty much all single crochets in the front, but wherever you saw a double crochet down below, you have to do a double crochet in the back there, okay? So that's that catch up round that you have to do. That is only if you do it reversible. If you don't do reversible, you can totally skip this round. It doesn't matter. So this is how it's going to look like from the front. And if I turn it around, it's going to look like this. So you see it's reversible. It doesn't look exactly the same. You can see that the stitches look slightly different because obviously it's in the back. So single crochets look different in the back than in the front. But the image itself is reversible. So again, front and back, or outside and inside, however you're going to call it. So this is part 1 of the quick multi-stitch mystery crochet along. So make sure to take a picture, use the corresponding hashtag, and post it into the Facebook group so that everyone can see your progress, which colors you picked, and how your part 1 looks like. I am so excited for you that you learned mosaic crochet and even learned how to do it reversible. Now get ready for part 2 tomorrow. Are you excited? I sure am. I'll see you then. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I'm publishing a video or go live. Now go ahead and watch the next video. You're gonna want to, I promise you do.